Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of Post Fight. And in this edition of Post Fight, I'll be doing Post Fight UFC 293, Adesanya versus Strickland. Yeah, I'm pretty speechless after this card. I went 7-5. It was looking like about to run into the infield and wrap it up. First round, Adesanya gets dropped, and then from that point, he just trying to get back in the fight, and then yeah, he loses. And it's like the MMA guys or whatever the making may be, God above or MMA guys, I don't know what it may be. Maybe it's Adesanya karma, maybe it's in some sync coming back to me. I don't know, but it's like these past couple weeks been trying to make me look bad in a sense, a little bit bad. But this one right here really made me look bad, to be honest. Like really, because this was a lock on Adesanya, and that went that way. It was a terrible, for me, a terrible fight. Good fight, great fight for Strickland. Congrats to them and all, but this made me look very bad. It's like those are ones that's gonna kind of sit on you a little bit. But I guess I got older now and I'm more mature, so it ain't gonna sit on me too much. But it's like still like at the moment, like really, it's not because it's Adesanya. Like oh my gosh, I'm such a big Adesanya fan. Like I am an Adesanya fan, but it's not like it's like I'm like John Jones or some other fighters that I'm like was a big fan of. It's like I'm like Adesanya, I'm a fan of Adesanya, but it wouldn't stink as much like it was like John Jones or some other people or like Mayweather or Ali or something like that. I'm trying to throw some names out there, but yeah, nonetheless, it stings. And like, what really stings more than anything is the fact that I went lock on it, and now I'm looking stupid. And now people gonna go back to probably gonna start commenting that video, probably gonna have 20 million views, and people like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know this. You don't know that. Dropping those L's in the comments, but probably not. I don't got that too much fault like that. But anyway, I'm not even doing the usual pattern to this video. But yeah. So for the card, I went 7-5. Not a bad record to be honest, but I didn't hit on no dogs, and I still had a decent card. Plus minus 7 wins, 5 losses. Hey, okay, I'll take it. But I don't want to keep having these L's, and I like when I try to go for these dogs, I want them to hit. I want to keep going for them. But yeah, 7-5, terrible ending, but life goes on, and we'll get it back. We'll get it back. That's all we can do. So, first L was Shane Young versus Bruno Miranda, or whatever. I don't know what dude name is. I don't care anymore. I really don't care at this point. We just running through this video. But yeah, Young versus Miranda. What his name? Gilbert Miranda, Gabriel Miranda. I really don't care. I don't give a darn. I don't care. Miranda. Your name is Miranda. We're gonna go with you. Miranda Cosgrove. We're gonna call you that. This whole video. I literally don't care. But yeah, Shane Young. This was like this was to be expected. Shane Young's a choke artist. He's a career choke junkie. So that was to be expected. Choke junkie got choked out. So it was to be expected. I just couldn't really get behind Gabriel Miranda's track record. So I like low confidence, just avoid the fight. But I think initially on I was gonna have that as one of my first look picks. Miranda, because I know it really just lean off the fact that Shane Young is a choke artist, but I try to stay away from just picking against people because they're choke artists too much. Like, what does this guy do? Is he actually has a good track record of this and that to really back him? Or I'm just saying I'm picking this guy because the other guy's a choke artist. I try to steer away from that a little bit because like I say, you got your ebbs and flows. Sometimes you get burned on this, sometimes it's successful. Maybe you put in a calculator, you like 9 times out of 10 it's better to go with the guy that's not the choke artist, even if it's no real clear resume to say that. But yeah. But yeah, Shane Young did what he does, choke, and not surprised at all. And the learning lesson is obvious. Shane Young is a choke artist. Unless he's getting a legit scrub, then maybe you could pick him. But even then, probably low confidence in don't think. But Miranda looked decent enough, and he should have been the person I picked. But again, I just didn't have the clear nothing behind him to fully back him in this one because other level competition was pretty low. So yeah, I talked too much about that pick, and I really don't care about it to be honest. Second one was what's his name for knockoff Justin Gaethje, Blood Diamond versus Radic or Ratke. Again, another guy name I'm forgetting. The F bomb dropper. But yeah, I saw what I wanted to see in Blood Diamond, but I didn't see all of what I wanted to see from Blood Diamond. I saw, what I saw in his last fight, improved takedown defense, improved grappling. We saw that's the one he got one takedown, give it up one takedown. And he would defend it one. I mean, he only got taken down 1 of 10 times or something like that. So showed improved takedown defense, but guy's like 35 years old, coming into MMA late, dropped right into the UFC, and already was an odd kickbox. Not like he was some super technical kickbox, like a very odd kickbox. So yeah, he's trying, he's stretched. They try to give him a winnable fight, but he lost. It is what it is. I saw things I want to see from him. He probably could have been a little bit more aggressive from the start instead of being on the back foot. Maybe he didn't want to get taken down too early in the round or something, but that ultimately probably lost the fight. If he would have kind of pressured the way he was doing, like the later second round and all of the third round, he probably could have won. And he did win a round when he did do that because he was already defending his takedowns pretty well. Put the pressure on. Also, when you put pressure on a guy who's trying to grapple you, it leads to them, put them on the back foot, their takedown success rate's going to drop even more. So it's only going to help by going forward. Going backwards and putting yourself near the cage is going to end up with them easily going for takedowns. And they're going to start feeling confident. Their hands going to start to open up just as his hands open up on your chin at points in that second round. But yeah, novice MMA fighter. But going forward, I think jumping back, I think Miranda could have a decent career in the UFC. Radke, I don't think he has a decent career in the UFC. I think he's gonna get turned into fodder pretty quickly. But what do I know? I'm the guy who locked Adesanya in and he lost. So I don't know nothing. All I know is I don't know nothing. Well, yeah, so yeah. He did what he did and he does what he does. And I think I don't think Radke will go very far, to be honest. And as far as Blood Diamond, maybe he should go to this hole in the wall MMA league and just pack up some wins over some scrubs, beat some guys up at the bar, make some money or whatnot. Then maybe jump into PFL at 40 years old and pull off some miraculous win or something. But I think his UFC days are done. And I don't think no more leniency should be done, no more favoritism because he's related to the former, well, not related to, because he's linked to the former champion and he's linked to Volkanovski, the current pound on one. I think they should just strip him. Not strip, I don't say strip him. I think he should be cut. That's what not strip. He don't have no belt. Cut him. And that's no ill will. Like, it's like he's not UFC caliber. They tried their best to give him a chance to win, and he still lost. Even gave him home field advantage and all that stuff. He still lost. So cut him. Like, it's like, unless you're gonna bring back CM Punk, cut him. So yeah, that was the second L. Third L was Jack Jenkins versus Chepe Mariscal. And Jack Jenkins fought a good fight. I think Mariscal was like rallying pretty good in that second round prior to the injury where he injured Jack Jenkins with a little toss. So it could have easily been a fight where Mariscal could have outworked him in the second and third round and won a close fight. Or maybe outworked him and still lost a close decision because of hometown or whatnot. But it was a good competitive fight. Unfortunate ending. And with that unfortunate ending, I can't really say, oh, this guy clearly lost because of this or clearly lost because of that. It was a close competitive fight. This happened in the freak accident. I mean, he led to it, so he did that, but it's not as definitive like he had to come down and submitted him or took him down and held him down for 15 minutes or something. It's like an injury. Like, that was not his intention to injure him, but it happened. It was like he intended to hit him with a Kimura or armbar, flying armbar, guillotine, triangle choke, arm triangle, or nothing like that. Leg lock, it was not intended. So, yeah. I think both guys are solid. I can't really say where I went wrong or what nuts too much with this one. Obviously value-wise, say he has a good fighting dog chance. Go with him. And you have your better value on him, and it's really a close pick'em fight. Then that's a one as far as prediction-wise. Like, I think I made a pretty good prediction. I think my confidence levels were pretty smart as well, average confidence there. And but yeah, it just didn't pan out. Ended in a weird way. As far as both guys, I think both can have solid careers in the UFC. I think Champion Mariscal, he's gonna be that. I feel like he could be that guy. I'm not saying he's gonna be a title challenger. I'm not saying he's not, but I think he has a style where he's not gonna be easy work for anyone. He'll give everyone a tough shot. And if you come out there and you're like not at your best, he can beat you. And even if you're at your best, and like he can break you down. Like, he can fight a good high paced style. Got heart, got will, and he does have solid skills as well. But he's not gonna be the guy that's gonna wow you with his technique too much. Like, he's not gonna be the most prettiest striker, the prettiest grappler, but he's gonna be able to make it ugly and make draw anyone to the ugly fight. So I think he can go pretty far in the UFC, or stay around the UFC. I don't know far just yet, but I definitely think he has staying power in the UFC for Chevy Mariscal, and I think the same for Jack Jenkins. So 2 solid fighters, unfortunate ending, and on to the next one. So that was the third L. Fourth L was Anton Turkalj versus Tyson Pedro. And even after this win, we still don't know if Tyson Pedro can win a fight beyond the first round. What we do know is that Tyson Pedro still, to this day, even after this fight and after this night, is still winless beyond the first round in the UFC. He got yet another first round stoppage, and we don't know if because he had to go if he had the diarrhea still and he had to get him out in the first round, or he would have lost the fight because he had to poop, some excuse like that. But nonetheless, the world may never know because he won again and yet again in the first round. So it'll be interesting to see if he can win a fight beyond the first round, like win a second round stoppage, maybe a third round stoppage, a decision, maybe split decision, who knows. But for today and for till we know, all he's gonna win is the first round. So he did what he does, and he won the first round. I thought Turkov would be able to door the first round, but I guess his technique would. I mean, I already knew. I think would I go low confidence? I don't know, maybe average confidence. But anyway, I thought Turkov would be able to endure the first round and then take him out of the first round. But again, Tyson Pedro was able to do what he do and get that first round stoppage. I did think he was the clearly more technical fighter, bigger, better fighter, and all that stuff. But I thought Turkov would be able to, keep up, I guess, and be able to endure, but ultimately will not. So good win for Tyson Pedro. It says, I mean, can I say it says a whole lot for him? It's a great performance for him, a statement performance, but it's kind of just like Terrence McKinney in a way. Maybe Terrence McKinney before there was Terrence McKinney in a way. Well, Terrence McKinney is flat out as kill or be killed. But yeah, similar to McKinney in a way. Similar. Like he can have flashes of greatness in that first round, but beyond that first round, he's a big question mark or potentially a failure beyond the first round. So yeah, so good win for him. I really can't say nothing because he did what he does, and he still really disproved my argument. Like if a guy can take him out of the first round, what will he do? He got it done in the first round. Good win for him. And Turkov, I guess this win just shows that Turkov, he's not gonna really amount to much in the UFC. He might be able to pick up some wins, maybe, but this kind of pigeonholes him, or seemingly pigeonholes him as a guy that's either not gonna be around long or gonna be kind of a bottom feeder or something like that, or I don't know, a moving part that's used to, I don't know. But anyway, this card sucked, man. Anyway, that's the reality. This card sucked. Let's talk about it. This card sucked. But now on to the main event. Yeah, whatever. Main event. I will take my L. I said it. I said lock confidence Adesanya. I ate my own shoe, ate my own socks, ate my own jean jacket. I choked on it. When lock confidence Adesanya, he got dropped in the first round. Very shocking. And then he was just really just on the defensive on his bike the whole fight. Strickland's walking down. Strickland didn't really. I mean, he won. It was phenomenal. But Strickland really ain't do nothing too great beyond that point. It's like he just had Adesanya shell shook. Adesanya was scared to engage, couldn't get a jab off. And I think Adesanya needs to do what Pereira been doing, work on his boxing. Even if you might afraid to get humbled in the boxing by going with these good guys, he needs to go out there, get humbled, rebuild himself, and work on his boxing. Or I don't know. And also, I just feel like he came in a little bit flat. I feel in general in this fight, but nonetheless, no excuses. You went out there, you fought, you lost, and that's at the end of the day, you lost. You can have a rematch and try to fix some things, but you lost. And yeah, you could try to fix some things and go out there and try to get that rematch. Probably UFC 300 since he was talking about it. Now this sets up perfectly. Because I don't, if he had not won, I mean, if he had just won this fight in a boring fashion or whatnot, or just finished him, he probably would have no opponent for UFC 300. But now that he lost to Strickland, actually makes it an interesting matchup. I don't think Dricus Duplessis would have been ready by UFC 300. So they could rematch these two. Maybe he wins, maybe he doesn't. But excellent UFC 300 matchup. But as far as this one right here, yeah, chewing the jean jacket, chewing the L. Strickland won, and he was able to, touch Adesanya's chin, keep him on the back foot, and never really allowed him to get any groove going. Took away his jab for the most part, and just beat him. And this took the will from him. But yeah, so good win for Sean Strickland. Big L for me. And once again, a whole lot of evaluating I got to do going into, the continuance of predicting, betting, or whatnot. Because this card literally curb stomped me. Like, this card curb stomped me. Like, it had a vendetta against me. Like, I don't like you. I will never like you. You don't know nothing about this. You don't know nothing about that. You are literally an imbecile. That's what the card treated me like I was dirt. treated me like, I don't know. This was a race crime. This way the card did me. It was like literally a race crime. But yeah. Now the alt right have their king. You know, they got what they have, what's his name? The Proud Boy leader just got locked up for like 30 years. Now they got the new king. You know, Sean Strickland's, gone through his his what's called his good guy arc, I guess. He's getting advice from, he's talking with his best friend Chris Curtis, and Chris Curtis is like pushing him to be a better fighter. He's like getting better in life and stuff. Even though he still got that brashness to himself, he's like more PG-13 version of himself. Like he's next thing we know, he's gonna be having kids and stuff. He's gonna be a dad. He's gonna stop cussing and whatnot. But for the moment right now, the alt right has a, I guess, pseudo leader, even though he won't accept that role or whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, definitely got my butt kicked. I could say this for like 10 more minutes, 20 more, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just sit here and sulk like, damn, I got my butt kicked. That was embarrassing. Flat out embarrassing. Like, I mean, that's really like, hey, put the YouTube down for a second, come back like in 2024 type of butt whooping. Like 2024, like, yeah. Come back, go in the hyperbolic time chamber. No, get some rest. Hey, y'all gotta donate some money to me, like, or whatnot. Like, hey, we feel you, King Crackdown. We love you. Take your vacation. Here you go. Like, we each gonna give you like $50 right now. Stack it up, golf grid, and find yourself and come back. Like, that's what I need right now. Cause damn, I got whooped bad, very bad, very bad, very bad, very bad. Damn. But yeah, that's the video. Went 7-5. Got embarrassed. Flat out embarrassed. Flat out embarrassed. Destroyed, trashed, tarnished. But life goes on. I'm living, I'm breathing. And that's the video. 7-5, 7 up 12. Next week looking pretty easy, but maybe it's setting me up to go in the room looking like I guess like it's a birthday party for me. I go in there, get hit with a bat on the head, and who knows? Like, I don't know what's being played right now and what's chapter this is on, but yeah, car looking very easy next week, but we shall see. We shall see. And yeah, that's the video. Peace.